Hello and welcome to BusyWorksBeats.com. Today we're going to make some lo-fi music that you guys can use to really, calm down or add it to the back of your videos or however you go with this knowledge. So if you don't know me, I'm Game from BusyWorksBeats.com. We trained over 1 million producers around the world, so we're going to work with Drake, Kanye West, Post Malone, Ariana Grande, French Montana, Young Thug, Lil Baby, Polo G, Trippie Redd, J. Cole, Kendrick Lamar, and a long list of other folks. So let's get started. The key here is a free plugin called Labs by Spitfire Audio, and we want to grab the preset called Soft Piano. You can categorize this and filter this by free, and then click on Pianos and Keys. Look for the Soft Piano. It should be towards the bottom here. Just download that and click on it. It took a while to figure out how to load presets. Click on it and then click on the sound, and it should load up. All right, so now let's go into the chords. We're going to get a little esoteric here. This is not for beginners, but you guys can just follow along if you're beginners. But firstly, we want to add a texture to our sound. Let's grab this Foley, which is like a field recording from Ado Sounds. It's completely free. He went to Costa Rica to record these, so this is a Costa Rica city. So that's going to give the ambiance for the psychoacoustics. Nextly, let's hit Control L, send our lab sound to the mixer, and then let's add a pattern straight into the playlist like this. Let's go to song mode, and let's figure out a BPM. Let's slow this down to like 100 BPM probably. Something around there. Let's right click. Let's go to our channel rack, right click on Labs, go to the piano roll. So from here, what we can do is use really big chords. You want to think, chord extensions. I'm not going to bore you guys to tears about music theory. Just go to the chord stamp here if you're in FL Studio. We're going to use what's called the minor ninth chord code, or chord stamp, I should say. And what we're going to do from here is use what's called the dominant ninth. Let's go to the chord stamp, go to advanced, hit dominant ninth. We're going to start at G. And then nextly, we're going to land on what's called the major ninth. So these are all really big chords, 5-note chords. Okay, so I'm going to move a little bit quicker here. We're going to copy the same exact thing over. Just hit Control, hit Shift, left click to drag everything. Now, what we want to do, though, before we start doing all this, actually, let me not jump ahead. What we want to do, though, at the end, actually, is to highlight this, hit Alt-G to ungroup all the notes. In FL Studio, it automatically groups the notes. So what we're going to do is ungroup the notes, and then we're going to add, this makes this a minor ninth at the end here. So you can go to your chord stamp, grab the minor ninth, and just draw it at A, like that. Okay, now we're going to grab this dominant ninth chord, it's called, hit Shift down until the top note is E, which is the perfect fifth of A. So now we're doing a 2-5-1 of the C major, and then we're doing a 2-5-1 into the A natural minor relative scale. I know that sounds more complicated than what it is, but here's what it sounds like. And I'll show you guys how to make it more jazzy, more R&B. And also hit Control L to fill out those gaps. Okay, so it sounds kind of like whatever. So we're going to take what's called the fifth and the ninth of each chord of the dominant chords and pull that up 1/2 step. This is going to create a nice R&B sound. Now, how can we create changes without changing the chords? We can copy this over. And here, I know I'm moving a little quick, but we teach all this stuff in my Music Theory Magic course, step by step. Go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory magic. I will break down every single thing: scales, modes, modal interchange, intervallic resolution, everything you need to know in music theory to get this type of sound. I break it down step by step. For now, we're just going to get, speed through it. We're going to take this dominant chord, pull it down 6 semitones, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is called a tritone substitution. And we can do that for one or both of these. Okay, let's make sure the music continues here. Okay, so the only change I'm making here is just adding those tritone substitutions in. So now it's going to feel like we're playing a lot of chords. Okay, so now my next technique, let's either let's clone this to keep this simple. Okay, so now it's a new Labs sound, but it's the same exact sound here. A new Labs plugin instance, I should say. Okay, so what we're going to do here is go to the typing keyboard. We're going to figure out if we started in a major scale or minor scale. So in this case, we're in the major. We're going to right click. We're in C major to keep this simple. And we're going to right click on where it says major pentatonic. So now I can use my typing keyboard and improv over this. So if I hit record, that was a little fast. Let me turn the metronome on. Played the wrong note there, but it's all good. Even if we play the wrong note, it's still. Now the last note is on part of the keyboard that I didn't know. So let's switch this. Okay, so. Now we just go in and fix the notes. Okay, so what we can do is go back to the chords. I'll show you guys how to humanize this a little bit. So right now, everything's playing the same exact velocity, it's all quantized. Let's go to the tool in our piano roll called the Humanize tool or script and mess with these parameters. Just turn the knobs up and then hit accept. So this will make this more human. Now from here, the notes aren't all kind of filled out. So we're going to drag them over a little bit. And then we can use another tool called the Remove Overlap script. You have to download this from the ImageLine forums, but it's worth it. So now the piano's gonna be a little softer. Now, because we played the top line by hand, we're gonna just keep it as is and keep the velocity as is. But because we typed in the chords, we're adding a feeling as if we played them by hand. If the velocity is too low for the chords, you can highlight them all, hit Control A, hit Alt X, and then pull up the multiply. Pull everything up. Now, if you're really trying to get fancy, here's my last tip here, is on either your master track or whatever, you could add this directly on the instrument channel. We're going to add Fruity Delay 3. Now, we're not going to use it as a delay. Let's turn the dry level down, turn the wet level all the way up, turn the feedback level down, turn the delay time all the way down. And then now everything else becomes an effect. So firstly, let's add like a high pass filter. Cut out those lows. You can read the values in the top left. So we're cutting everything below about 300 hertz there. And then we could add a time modulation here to give it that super wobbly sound. We can also mess with the phase here. And most people don't know there's a sample rate reduction in here, but let me show you guys another free plugin. I'm taking this beyond the scope of this video. I'm just showing you guys the cool things you could do. There's a plugin bundle called the Kilohertz Essentials. I highly recommend it while it's free. It's been free for a while, but who knows, in the future it might not be free. So grab this while you can. Kilohertz Essentials is a must. So we're going to right click here. Let's type in 40,000 and then let's do 12 bits. Right click, type in 12, turn the quality up. This mimics like an MPC texture. It's subtle especially on piano, but you really hear it on your drums more so. Now, if you want to get weird, you can add the Fruity Stereo Enhancer. And this is the final tip for today. I keep showing y'all sauce, but I want to end it here. So if you want a wider image, you could add this. You guys will get the project files for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. You can get these project files for free. One more thing. Okay, so let's do one thing, which is just to mess with the key. So we can go to our patterns here on the left side, right click, go to transpose. We could add positive values to raise the key or negative values to lower the key. Let's hit -3 to lower this down 3 semitones. To me, this is a lot warmer and it sounds cooler. And how could I forget reverb? So let's add a little reverb in here. So we want to turn the reverb to 100% mix level. All right, there we go. Okay, so we're just adding a splash of reverb. All right, you guys saw it here. If you want to learn more about music theory, go to busyworksbeats.com/music theory magic. I teach you guys the music behind it all so that you can apply it to create stuff like that. And subscribe if you're new. Project files for free. Just go to busyworksbeats.com/FL Studio. Peace out, guys.